are three kinds of inflection points that high achievers face in their careers. Inflection point number one is the increase your capacity inflection point. This is when you need to figure out how to do more with less, how to maintain your same high performance with less time, less energy, or less effort put into it. Inflection point number two is the level up inflection point. This is when you need to start operating at a new level, when you're moving from individual contributor to manager, or middle management to C-suite, or from the consultant who helps execute the projects to the partner who helps sell the projects, or you're moving from the founder who got the company from 0 to 1 to the scaler who gets the company from 1 to 100. And then inflection point number three is the pivot inflection point. This is when it's just time to do something different. Whether it's as quote unquote small as a new job, which is not small at all, or whether it's as big as a brand new career path. This is when it's time to step back, regroup, and redirect before you push forward again. Now, all of this stuff makes a lot of sense from the outside, but inflection points can be a real mindfuck when you're in the middle of them, because every inflection point requires you to update your default operating model. What got you here won't get you there. Your current operating model will only move you forward in a linear fashion, but an inflection point requires an upward leap, which sounds fun in theory, but can be quite scary in practice. For example, if you're watching the operating model that's worked so well for you in the past stop working, or you're watching it plateau in performance, that's pretty scary. It makes you feel like you've hit your limit and you can't move beyond it. Also, letting go of an operating model that's working in favor of some brand new, untested thing you've never tried before is terrifying. What if you lose everything you've been working so hard to achieve? And your operating model often becomes your identity. So shifting to a new one doesn't feel as simple as just updating your playbook. It feels like you're becoming an entirely new person and you're killing the old version of you in the process. In the midst of that fear and uncertainty, you will probably want someone to just tell you exactly what to do. You'll be like, just give me the playbook, give me the step-by-step, and I will just do it, I promise. But here's the problem. You don't know exactly what your new operating model is yet. You can probably get some guidance from people, but ultimately you need to figure out what works for you and for your context, which is why you need exploratory mode, which I've been talking about in my last two videos. So go back and listen to those podcast episodes if you haven't already. Now, when you notice that your operating model is not working as well as it usually does, everything in you is going to want to hit the brakes, pause, and think. But in reality, what you need to do is hit the gas, do, and get through 100 failures as fast as possible. Because those 100 failures, aka 100 data points, aka 100 learnings, will contain all the building blocks of your new operating model. Okay, that's all we're going to cover today. And tomorrow, I'm going to give you a 5-step process that you can use to generate and rack up your 100 failures. Make sure to subscribe to my email newsletter so you don't miss a thing. You can subscribe at poojav.substack.com, or I've also linked it in the episode description. And if you found yourself nodding along as I described the 3 inflection points, because you're realizing that you might be at one of those, or maybe even be at multiple of those at the same time, then I want you to come talk to me and let's make this inflection point you're in as smooth, as painless, and as hockey stick-like as possible. The link to book a free consult call with me is also in the episode description. I can't wait to come talk to you.